Welcome to Crashing Out with Kenny and Dave, Part 1.
Episode 1. It's been a long time coming. A lot of prep.
Yeah, of course.
Exciting day. Exciting day.
So we had a lot of options on what to talk about.
We decided though we could talk about superheroes.
Yeah, just to start out pretty easy, basic, but something everyone loves, right?
Yo, we're hella autistic. We just talk with our hands. That's crazy.
Yeah. They can't see it, it's fine.
No, but that's still crazy. We're hella autistic.
Alright, so let's start off with what's your favorite superhero and why?
I would say my favorite superhero is Batman, just cause like he's the standard. Like he's a super well-known character. He's cool as fuck. He has the interactions with the other superheroes. He doesn't have a superpower.
True, yeah.
Like he's
You're
just
right.
a regular guy.
He's a rich dude that beats up poor people.
Exactly. A rich dude that beats up crazy people
Yes,
to benefit the
true,
benefit
they're
the
not all
state.
poor, you're right.
Word. Of course. To benefit.
Some of them,
Yeah.
like the scarecrow. It is what it is.
Word. But yeah, beating up mentally deranged people. It's always a motive.
See, I got two answers for this one. Deadpool and Thor.
Okay, Deadpool is pretty cool, but why Thor?
Thor, he's just a god. It's badass.
Any like specific like favorites about Thor? Like, oh, I really like,
Well, I like him in the first Thor movie. A lot of people don't. He's like, serious and like, the god.
yeah.
But then he becomes funny and that's also sick.
No,
He's
when
the-
he's
becomes a
funny, it
comedian
starts to become really fun.
Yeah, exactly. He's the comedy gold.
I don't know. I feel like I didn't like Thor until like later on. Like I didn't
That's
like
fair,
him
that's fair.
until he was funny.
That's very fair, yep.
Like Ragnarok was a really good Thor movie. That was like the sort of fucking
Yeah,
that was
with
the
the
beginning
Hulk.
of the oh my god,
That was such a good
such a good
movie.
movie.
And the fucking alien planets and stuff.
Oh my no, it was
Yeah.
so sick.
And then Deadpool, I mean, for obvious reasons, right?
No.
Fourth wall breaks, invincible.
Yeah,
and
he's
just all kinds of stuff.
he's
Uses
amazing.
guns.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole was torture thing. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay. Well, since Batman, let's move on to Batman.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Batman movie first?
Okay, my favorite Batman movie. For a while, I've been saying the Batman. Like
The new one.
yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. Recently, I've really been changing my opinion. Dark Knight is always a classic.
Of course.
Recently, I don't know why, I've been really liking Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah, again? I
Yeah.
remember it used to be your favorite a while ago. and
Yeah,
it
no,
changed.
because Rises was so sick. Like, the
Yeah.
whole, like, Batman gets broken.
Yep.
He is at literally the rock bottom. And he climbs his way back up, saves Gotham.
And it's also so sick, like the people are now running New York underground.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like, the nuke thing is going on too.
No, it's...
Everything is cool about them.
No.
And then the winter scenes just look so nice.
Oh, yeah, the whole, like, frozen lake part.
We haven't seen Batman in the winter before in movies, I don't think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to see more. Introduction with Mr. Freeze could be a nice winter
Oh,
timeline.
true, maybe.
And especially
maybe.
because the last one was Halloween.
Yeah, that's right. Halloween theme. We could
All
do
I'm
Christmas
saying-
theme now. Mr.
That would
Freeze.
be
That's a good
really
idea for the
good.
new for the sequel to the new
What
Batman
could they
movie.
do with Mr. Freeze, though, if they're doing, like, Christmas? Like, not Christmas, but, like, around that time.
Well, there's the Penguin's obviously gonna be.
Oh,
in it,
yeah.
Right?
He's a good, like, frozen villain.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the Penguin,
Yeah.
obviously.
Iceberg Lounge, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Um, I feel like they pair Poison Ivy with the Freeze a lot in video games, at least.
Yeah, no, Mr. Freeze and Ivy would be a cool combo. Especially with just the whole, like, everything freezing, but also, like, there's
It's
plants
like
everywhere.
life versus death, basically.
Yeah.
But they're working together. It's a good combo.
No, it'd be really good. I want more of the, like, animalistic villains. Like, Killer Croc. Clayface would be kind of cool. I don't know how they
Who's
would...
Clayface?
He's literally just a guy that can turn into anything. Like,
Oh, like a changeling.
he's a guy that's made of clay. That's,
Interesting.
I think... I don't remember his original origin story, but when they rebranded him... I have to stop ripping this.
Yeah.
When they rebranded him, he was an actor. Like, a critically acclaimed actor. And,
like the character was.
yeah. And obviously, as time went, he started to fall off. he's the older guy.
Ah, I see.
So he started to like he got this power and he starts to kill people, and at the same time like pretend to be other
And get back in
actors.
his get back up and like
Yeah,
pretend to be other actors. Oh,
that, but also at the same time, imagine an actor that never ages.
true. Yeah,
Like,
that's gold.
yeah, that's a crazy, and
Does he not age? Like he doesn't die at all?
he just reshapes his face. He's made of clay.
True. Well, he could look younger, but is he
No,
younger internally?
no, he's
Okay,
not.
okay.
Yeah,
He
he's
just make
like,
himself look young.
yeah,
Okay.
but if he's 80, he can just make himself
Yeah,
look 20.
he's his 20-year-old self.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Is there waters in the fridge?
I think so. Yeah. So like Loki, just Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, literally.
All right. Well, speaking of the Dark Knight movies, let's talk about the Joker 1 theory.
Go on, explain it to me again, because I'm not too familiar with it.
So Matt had a similar theory. I got the idea from him, but it's like the Joker's whole goal was achieved in the Dark Knight. He didn't care. He didn't want to kill Batman. He didn't like all that was extra. The main goal was getting Batman to quit.
Getting him.
And then on top of that, he also got the mob to quit, and he got
Yeah, Dent.
Dent to quit. Yeah,
Not even. He turned him bad. He
he
did
turned the bad, and
worse.
then he died. Yeah. So he Loki just succeeded in his goal. He got everything correct. He did it. He won. Batman retired, and then crime actually lowered. Like, if you remember from the beginning of Dark Knight Rises,
No,
crime was way down.
Yeah, that wasn't Batman like retired.
Yeah, and then because of that, like big bad guys didn't care.
Yeah, they
So
just
Loki, Joker's goal might have been just to actually like help the city, and it kind of worked in a way.
No, definitely in a way it worked. But I would not agree that he won. I would say a huge part of him, like quote unquote, winning is also the factor that he quote unquote kills Harvey Dent. That's a huge thing.
True.
It's not just like
He
Harvey.
or got him to die. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even like the whole thing that just he's bad. Like he was doing stuff with Gordon. Gordon kills him. He takes the fall for it.
Yeah, he turned them all against each other.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. The theory does make sense. Like it's not like it's crazy. I just don't know if I completely agree with it.
You don't think his goal was to stop crime? So
Yeah.
I see. Even though that ended up being the result anyway.
I think
I
it's
think we could both agree that Joker is a man with a plan, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely not a man without a plan.
oh yeah. Everything in the movie was orchestrated. Even his failures. Like
Yep.
oh, do you know in the scene where Joker's in the interrogation room and it's like some cop comes in and is talking to him, and then later he's holding the cop up with like glass. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Did you know in that previous scene, like the literally the last time you see Heath Ledger before that scene, there's the shard of glass that he's holding the cup up with is right behind his head.
Really?
It's in
I
frame.
didn't notice.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's literally
that's cool.
there's broken glass right behind
All
him.
the tiny details. That's from when Batman like slammed his head against the shit. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Ah, I never thought of that.
Yeah. It also makes it just a bit crazier because as well when the cop like starts to be like, okay, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, because he was
Heath
talking
Ledger-
shit.
Heath Ledger literally cracks his fucking neck. Like he's ready. He's like, okay, like this is
Yeah,
what
all right, let's go, let's go.
Yeah. Like he's planning. It's
Yep.
crazy.
And the whole fucking cell phone in the guy's stomach.
Crazy.
Oh.
Crazy.
Genius.
Oh, was it again? Didn't he just blow up the?
Yeah, it
Wasn't
was
it
a
just the
bomb.
bomb? Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot who was the guy. Like, didn't the guy just walk into the GCPD?
Yeah, he was just some random like junkie,
200
and I
IQ.
threw him in the middle of the cell.
Crazy. I mean, it's smart.
Yeah, but then who called the number? Oh, it was Joker himself, right? He used his phone call. That's the number he called. Yeah, it's so crazy.
Wait, so what does he blow up then?
I think the phone itself was a bomb.
I'm saying, like, where was he? Because I thought he was in the GCPD. But I swear he also blows up the GCPD. Like,
Yeah, I think that's how he like escaped. But he got his phone call, right?
Oh, he blew up the
He
same
got the
building
phone
he's
call.
in.
Yes.
Okay. I was about to be like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Da, 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 da. But no, if he's in the same building.
I think it was the same building, yeah.
Word.
Alright. Dark Knight versus New Batman movie. Similarities, differences. Do you notice any?
Okay, I would say
A clear difference is
the-
Bruce Wayne
oh
himself.
yeah, way different. Christian Bale really nails the whole like billionaire playboy, like nonchalant, does not care about his money, whole
Yeah.
aspect.
Just like a playboy,
Yeah.
philanthropist.
But the Batman's is realistic. Like Batman is mentally tired.
he's
Like
depressed, he's mentally
yeah,
ill. He's
like that's not gonna make you a happy person. That will take a toll on you.
Yeah. And he's
Um,
just like in the shadows, never on TV stuff. Totally different type of Bruce Wayne.
Way different.
But more authentic to the comics, right?
Sort of in a way, like he's not like this is year one. He's not exactly like 10 years down the line, like has the Bat family.
Exactly.
Like he's not.
He hasn't fought like a big supervillain.
He isn't.
Right? He's fought like little criminals.
Yeah.
And maybe like the mob, right?
Yeah, maybe Joker, but we don't know. He's
True.
just
yeah,
in
because
prison.
Joker was in jail. That's a good point.
But we don't know like what scale
Yeah.
Joker did stuff.
Like maybe Joker just killed a guy randomly, and
Yeah.
Batman happened to be there.
Yeah, to our knowledge, the biggest scale thing that's happened is what happened with the Riddler, where like he blew up the dams, he flooded the whole
flooded
city,
the city.
which that's huge. That's literally
Of course,
the whole
yeah.
city. But I don't know. I don't know what. And I feel like Batman, part of the Batman movie, I feel like it's just more accurate in the Batman than it is Dark Knight.
Okay. What about like difference between Batman himself? You notice anything?
That's what I mean, like Batman.
Yes.
Way more detective orientated in
Yep.
or at least they show it. Thinking
Yeah.
back, in Dark Knight they do some stuff, like he pulls out the scanner at the very beginning of the movie with like the bills.
Loki. It was mostly Morgan Freeman doing the detective stuff.
Oh
though.
yeah, Lucius Fox was doing everything.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I just reminded you of that one scene where it's like, so you think your boss, the richest man in
Oh,
the
yeah.
world, is secretly a vigilante beating up criminals at night, and your plan is to blackmail this person.
no,
Good luck.
no, it's like wait, think about it.
He
Like,
thought
that's
twice about that. Yeah. He thought twice about that one.
Dude, how hard would that be to manage though? Like, imagine if you were a billionaire and part of your company. That's like what wasn't it like public? He just went
Yeah.
through the
So it was a
stuff.
public company, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Imagine trying to run a public company while also like not even being Batman, putting this amount of money into something and keeping it secret.
I think they showed that like he wasn't running shit. He was sleeping at all the meetings and stuff, right? He was kind of just letting everyone else do this stuff.
No, what I mean is like, still, you're a head of a company.
On the beats.
Would
All right, keep talking.
Yep. Yeah, like if you're just a head of a company, like realistically, could you not just or sorry, if you're head of a company and you like have a Batman type thing hidden, like realistically,
Charlie's talking.
word. Yeah, we're just gonna cut this shit out. I don't know what the fuck to talk about by myself.
Let's go to lesser known Batman villains.
Lesser known.
We talked about
Batman.
the Clay one, but let's
Okay,
make
so
some more.
so what are some villains you haven't heard of a lot? Like what are some villains where it's like, oh, I've heard of them, or like I've seen them in media once or twice, but like what are some villains you don't think are well known? Because there's a million villains. I just learned of one where I don't remember the name of it, but his villain name is the name of like a sound effect. Like whatever the word of going like
I see.
ba, ba, ba.
Okay, yeah.
Like specifically sound effects of something.
Like the word itself.
Yes.
I see. I don't remember what it's called, but
But that's a villain in Batman. He literally just that's his name. He doesn't say anything. He'll just like punch someone and go wham. Like
that's all he talks.
Yeah.
Bam, bam,
yeah,
boom. I
literally.
see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, really cool villain. Kind of stupid. Like
Yeah, a little silly.
but
Definitely works in the older comics. But
oh yeah.
or the older style of movies.
But what are like villains you haven't really like seen in movies?
Honestly, I just know the mainstreams. I mentioned Poison Ivy before. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, Poison
And
Ivy,
Mr.
Freeze, Scarecrow.
Yep.
Scarecrow's not used a lot, but
Well, he was in Batman Begins, so he got kind of popular
yeah,
there.
and he was in the 2015 game that like blew up.
Oh, true, yeah. And then, of course, there's the Riddler and Two Face.
Yeah, Riddler,
Um,
Two-Face, Penguin, Joker,
Yep.
you know, the classics.
I really liked that older Batman movie, the one with the Riddler and Two Face. I don't remember what it's called.
I haven't seen that movie. I'm gonna be real.
It was like it was kind of goofy, but it was
Oh
pretty
wait,
cool.
it's Jim Carrey as the Riddler, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure. Like
yeah.
crazy.
And then there was one scene with some guy they were in like this like tube thing, right? And it was filling with acid while I was like hanging from the helicopter. That was such a cool scene.
Okay, that seems really cool. That's proper.
Or I think it was like a girl. Batman tried to save the day, of course.
Oh, and I would love for them to. He's not like He's not well known, but he's not really shown. Solomon Grundy would be a cool iteration. Are you familiar with him?
I'm not familiar.
He's basically like a zombie. From what I'm aware of, I think he was like a mobster that like died in a swamp. I'm not 100% sure on this. I think he like died in a swamp, and the swamp had like radioactive stuff, and he basically like there's some sort of nursery rhyme where it was like born on a Monday, married on Tuesday, christened on Wednesday, died on Thursday, rose on Friday. I don't remember. He has a nursery rhyme that he repeats, and he's just like a sick villain, like Batman versus Zombie.
That would be interesting, yeah.
And he's like physically massive. Like he is. It's
Oh,
like
like a big like a Frankenstein.
yeah.
Okay.
That's actually a better like interpret or way of saying it. He's not a
Okay,
zombie,
okay.
more Frankenstein.
Okay. Any other points you want to bring up on Batman?
No, I think we've probably handled this part.
All right, let's move on to X-Men.
Okay, so what's your
Let's-
favorite? What's your favorite X-Men?
Probably the original, I would say. I like
Dude,
the original. Just classic story, you know?
Proper.
Introduces the characters to the cinematic universe as well.
Of course, I really like the newer ones. I'm gonna be honest. The new like up-to-date graphics, the effects of everything is really like cool. Seeing like, Magneto not pick up some rebar on a green screen.
Yeah.
Like see like digital effects and like really cool shit.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Especially like the slow-mo scene while Magneto's doing his stuff.
Oh my
Brilliant.
god, amazing. Every section with Quicksilver is amazing.
I can't comment too much on the new movies though. I've only seen Time Travel.
That's like 4 of them.
The one with Quicksilver.
Days
and
of Future
and,
Past.
Wolverine. Days of Future Past. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. What do you think? Different Wolverine origin story timeline. I remember we were talking about this. There was like a movie that changed his intro.
Yeah, Days of Future Past. So, the first, like, 3 X-Men movies, they all follow like the same plot. And then Days of Future Past, basically, in the past, Mystique kills someone. And because she killed someone, the whole world is like, oh, mutants are kind of bad, but they're kind of good. So it like sort of, for the rest of time, they're not exactly like on a good side or bad side. It's not good for mutant kind. Way, 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 way down in the future, the world basically makes a decision to kill all the mutants. They start like making these crazy robots based off Mystique's mutant ability, where they can copy different mutants. So
See.
these are like, indestructible metal robots that
Can copy mutants' powers.
Yeah,
That's pretty broken. Yep.
Yeah. So they just slaughter the X-Men. They literally copy the X-Men, like they just lose.
This is the original one or the new
This is
one?
original timeline.
Okay.
Right as they're about to like get destroyed and whooped, they send Wolverine all the way back to the past to change the timeline. Once they do this, like Wolverine stops it and everything. At the very end of the movie, Wolverine gets sent all the way back to the future. Back to the future, yes.
Back to the Future. Okay.
And he's like, I don't remember anything that happened between that day and today. And then all these
Oh,
all these new movies are basically like what happened after
from
he
that point on.
yeah what happened after he went back to the future.
I see.
So it's
So that's
completely
why they don't have Wolverine.
yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. I gotta watch them. Sounds interesting.
they're really good. Logan is amazing. Logan is so good. I think the timeline is really weird. Logan takes place after Days of Future Past. Like it's I would say it's the last movie in the X-Men like story, but it also takes place after all the prequels.
I
Or not the
see.
prequels, the like
It's the
timeline
end of
reset.
the time.
Yeah.
So that's like Wolverine. No memory of everything happened those years because he wasn't there. Now, okay,
Th-
go do your thing.
this is like 20 years
20 years
past the
after.
yeah, this
Oh,
is like
okay.
if you don't mind, I will like talk about
Yeah, go
Logan.
for it.
Okay, so basically it's a huge time jump. Logan is by himself just with Professor X and another mutant. They're in hiding because Charles Xavier, the strongest mutant in the world, developed epilepsy, I believe, or no, developed dementia and has seizures.
That's epilepsy. Dementia's like you lose your memory.
He does forget his memory, but he also has seizures.
Okay, okay, sure.
So
Maybe it's both.
something.
Yeah.
Um, he like he like 10 years before the movie takes place, he had a seizure, killed like half the world, killed all the X-Men.
Oh,
Yeah.
all of them.
Okay,
Okay.
Charles Xavier, super like psychic guy.
I guess he's the most powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, him having a seizure, that's
And
crazy.
just going bad.
Yeah.
He's more powerful than Magneto for sure.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Does anyone even come close to him? Maybe Wolverine just because he's invincible, right?
In the X-Men, I would say maybe Cyclops because his power is like it's from a different dimension. His like eyes, they don't shoot lasers. His eyes are portals. And the shit that comes out of his eyes is kinetic energy from a different dimension.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's so
Also,
cool.
canonically, because his kinetic energy and Superman's is heat vision, Cyclops technically,
Cyclops wins.
yeah,
Oh shit.
technically his laser beams are stronger than Superman.
So like he literally just destroy the world with his laser,
It's canonical that if he tried hard enough, he could just burn a hole through the planet. Like,
including Professor X
yeah, it's
and Wolverine.
yeah, Cyclops
Yep.
is crazy strong. It's
Damn, that's so sick.
no, but most of the actually and
But he's also easy to kill. He's a glass cannon.
yeah, but also Jean Grey is super strong. She's Cyclops' girlfriend slash wife, depending on
Oh
media.
yeah.
She's an even stronger
What
psychic.
does she do again?
Telepathy and what is it, like mind reading?
Okay, mind
Or
yeah.
no, not telepathy,
Or like mind
telekinesis.
Telekinesis, so lifting things.
Yes, lifting things, but also like mind control.
Okay,
Um,
like Jedi. Basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
she is. I don't know the rating, but she's considered like a max level like mutant.
Like at the top.
Yes.
Top 5. Top
Yeah.
10.
Or not even just like power rating. Like you know how there's earthquake scales?
Yeah.
Like that.
Or like Dragon Ball Z power rating.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like a 5-star. Like she is crazy.
Yeah.
I think Charles is like a 4.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
Like I think like it's a significant like jump.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. Let's move on to Professor X versus Magneto. Magneto's not necessarily evil. They're just
Oh,
different
yeah.
points of views. And you talking about a comparison to
Oh yeah.
Martin Luther King and Malcolm
Martin
X,
Luther King
right?
and Malcolm X. Yeah, they are like they do have similarities. Professor X was on the more like peaceful side of winning their literal race war. Like it's very similar.
Yeah.
Fighting for rights of their people.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King was more on the peaceful side,
Peace,
more
work together.
diplomatic,
Yep.
and like peace through organization.
Become one.
Yes. And Magneto, growing up in the Holocaust, saw humanity's cruelty, saw the worst of the.
Yeah. Like he sees when it's too late to change people's minds. He's
Yeah.
already seen that.
Yeah, he's already in the like they're gonna do that to us.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
They did it to the Jews, they're gonna do it to us now.
Yeah,
Yep.
and like for him, he could even take it as double. Like,
Yeah,
they're
true. Yeah,
already
yeah.
hating on me because I'm a mutant.
Yeah.
Like, and then he grows up, realizes that humans are just like this. Like they, in a way,
It's in human nature.
yeah, like they're gonna destroy, they're gonna wreck,
Hmm.
and he doesn't want to take that chance.
Yeah, the only thing to do is get rid of them,
Yeah,
and then it's safe for us to be
or
here.
not even get rid of them, fight,
Take control.
genuinely fight for their rights.
Yeah.
Like they will
Fight for it instead of trying to negotiate for it.
yes, like they will take over America with force if it means they'll have rights.
But they're not gonna kill everyone
Oh yeah,
if they follow the law.
yeah, but it's more like we want our rights. We're gonna fight for it.
Yeah.
Charles is like, we're gonna prove that
We're gonna prove we deserve.
yes. And
Okay.
later on, I don't know if they ever have it in the movies. I think in the newer ones they do. Magneto actually owns like his own country. I don't remember.
Really?
I don't remember what it's called, but I'm pretty sure Geneva, I think is what it's called.
Geneva?
He basically has like
Geneva's a city. In Austria.
whatever.
Geneva Convention.
Something with a G. Genosis, maybe. Even though
Maybe.
that sounds like a Star Wars planet, I'm pretty sure it is.
Not a real country, but
Word.
yeah. Genesis.
He basically like he gets his mutant country. Like it gets identified by the United Nations.
Is it like an island or what?
I think it's an island, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
But like it becomes a country. Like
yeah,
it's
like officially recognized as like a mutant country.
yeah,
Interesting.
and it's really really cool.
That is cool. What movie is that, or is that comics?
I think in the X-Men show '97, it is like in it, but I don't think it's in any of the movies. Like
It's not focused on. It's just
yeah,
here's this cool thing.
yeah.
Okay.
But in the X-Men show, like they full on like they talk about it. It's a huge topic that like this is the mutant home.
I see. All right. Anything else about X-Men?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Let's switch over to some Marvel then. I guess we can talk about Fantastic Four first.
Oh yeah, true.
'Cause, are they coming out with a new movie? I think.
They are. I think either no. I want to say November, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. Might be next November. Casting looks pretty good. How do you feel about Robert Downey as Doctor Doom?
I think. Like, if he stays behind the mask, which he will, right?
It's
Obviously.
but it's also Disney. Like, let's be real. He's reportedly getting paid more than 80 million.
Really?
Yes.
Shit.
Yes. And that's just for an appearance in one movie.
That's a lot. I mean, it is Robert Downey Jr. He's not taking anything less than 80 mil.
Real.
He was Iron Man, right? But Loki, I think it could work. I think he has a voice for it.
I saw a really interesting theory that they're going to introduce him as Doctor Doom, and 20 minutes later they're going to kill him, and the real Doctor Doom is going to come through. Like, imagine he's like, he's wreaking havoc in this in
He's
this
like
movie.
pretending to be Doctor Doom.
No, not even. Like,
Or like a clone or
this is a bad version of Doctor Doom, and then it's like, oh fuck, who's coming through the portal or whatever.
Oh,
the
like
fuck.
from a
And then-
Doctor from a different dimension kind of thing?
Oh, it's already like from a different dimension because this is like, Robert Downey. This is Tony Stark.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, like, imagine if Avengers Infinity War happens, but it's with Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Endgame happens, all of a sudden, imagine Doctor Doom dies. And an even stronger version, completely different actor as well, just comes through. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't think, like, they already hyped up Robert Downey Jr. That's not gonna happen. He's
But-
gonna be in the home.
But also, imagine how crazy that would be, even with them doing Robert Downey.
Or maybe, like, there is a different guy that's the fake one, and Robert Downey comes in as the real one.
I don't think they would do that if they revealed him as Doctor Doom. Like, specifically,
True, yeah, because everyone would know it then, right?
why
Yeah.
why I'm saying this makes sense is because, like, why would they reveal it? You know what I mean? Like, imagine how much crazier it would be if, like, oh fuck, Doctor Doom's in this. We finally get an appearance, and he
True.
takes off his mask, and it's Robert Downey.
I think it's just to get people in the movie theater, though, on day one, right?
Oh, true, definitely. Marvel's really been suffering. Their projects have not been good
Yeah,
recently.
and Fantastic Four, too, has been out of the picture for a long time.
Long time. They definitely needed, besides just the
A
casting.
big push to just get people to show up.
Yeah.
Alright. So Marvel movies. New ones are trash.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Everything after Endgame. Can you
Not
name one good movie after Endgame?
the newest Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Spider-Man. But okay, besides Spider-Man.
Movies, no, but content, yes.
Okay.
The Loki TV show was pretty good. I haven't
I
seen
heard.
it, but I heard season 2 was amazing, like genuinely really good.
I've seen some clips on YouTube. I didn't know the context behind it, but it looked like funny and
Where
interesting.
yeah, no, it definitely is. It perfectly wraps up like Loki's story as a whole. Um, and it's like really like beautiful in a way. I really liked their Moon Knight show. Moon
Oh yeah,
Knight was
and
really good.
you mentioned that the TV show ties in with Loki in
Oh
the
yeah,
first Avengers movie actually working for Thanos.
yeah.
How did that happen?
Oh, Loki gets sent to Earth
By
by
Thanos
Thanos. Yeah, he's
to get the Tesseract,
yeah, or
or
not even to
Thanos?
get the Tesseract specifically, but also to conquer Earth, like continue
Yeah.
on his plan.
So he knew that the Tesseract was actually the Space Stone, right?
Yes, he very
Okay.
much. Yeah,
But did the Avengers know?
no,
Just Loki.
yes,
Thor didn't even know.
no. Thor. I think Thor does know, because
Ah, he just doesn't give a shit. He's like
I think
shows up and he actually doesn't give a shit about anything.
I
Though.
think I think he doesn't know the context. Like I think he
He just
knows.
shows up and fights.
Like I think he
And
knows this is a strong thing in the universe. I don't think he knows that four more of these and Thanos is one. Like
I see, I see. He just knows it's like a fundamental piece of the universe.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think the universe was made, and then the Infinity Stones were. Like, I think they had a
Yeah,
whole
yeah, yeah,
scene.
yeah, yeah. That was in the
Mm,
Infinity War, right?
I
Or maybe
can't
that was at the end
remember.
of.
Was it in Guardians? It low key could have
Oh
been
yeah, you're right. It was
Guardians.
Guardians. Yep, because that's when they introduced the Power Stone first. It was the
Power
first
Stone.
Guardians movie.
Oh yeah, the purple
The purple
one.
one.
Yeah. Oh my god. And with the collector, we like pulled up the whole screen. He's like,
Yeah. Yep. So
oh
sick.
my god, bro. Guardians 1 was so good. What do you think? What do you think is the best, not favorite, what do you think is the best Marvel movie?
Best. It Loki might be Guardians.
Which one? The one?
The first one.
Guardians 1 was really good. It was different. Like at the time, it was like 2014 and 2015 when it came out. Like we just got Avengers. Like Avengers
Yeah.
and Guardians are two different movies
Yep.
completely.
But
I
they're both big scale things,
I
right?
want to say Guardians is where we got the huge push of comedic acting into Marvel.
Yeah. Actually, you could argue Avengers.
Avengers has things that are funny.
That's fair. Yeah.
Except actually the whole like end scene where they go and get shawarma, that's pretty
Actually, Iron Man was funny. Just Tony Stark is a dickhead. It's funny.
okay.
When he's a dickhead.
Okay, but like compared to like Guardians where they're like actually making jokes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where it's like,
True.
sure, the character can say that, but like the way they say it, the moment they say it, like anything that fucking Star-Lord says is always funny.
Yeah.
Cause just the way he phrases it, the fact he's from like the 80s or whatever on Earth.
Yeah,
And so
and then
he's
he's
just
got the retro, like the walkie thing. It's
yeah.
while he got a future gun and all the other tech. It's such a cool idea. I think all three Captain America movies also have an argument.
I need to rewatch the first one because the first one I'm not the most fond of. Winter Soldier, amazing, and Civil War is a classic.
Yep,
Top
of
five
course.
MCU movies. I would say.
100%, 100%. I really like the first one. It's because it was just World War II, right? And it was like
World War One.
no, it was World War II because it was the Nazis.
It's two.
Yeah.
I swear he disappears like 1920 in the ice. I actually might be wrong. It might be yeah. He disappeared in the 40s.
Yeah, yeah. So World
Yeah.
War II. And then it's kind of funny. I wonder what he was thinking when he woke up and a black guy started giving him orders.
No, real.
And a woman, a black guy and
Yeah.
a woman started
No,
giving
it
him
must
orders.
have been crazy. Like not even on like the funny aspect. Just the
It's
whole
like,
like
who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Is this ghetto hillbilly, as Connor would
yeah.
say?
Absurd. Actually, he might not even say ghetto hillbilly. That's weird. This is Conor McGregor we're talking about.
Also, wasn't Samuel L. Jackson he was originally white in the comics, right? The character.
Yes, he. Okay, so Technically yes, but technically no. He's playing like Nick Fury is like sorry, Nick Fury is white. Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury is technically Nick Fury Jr., who is black.
Really?
Yes. Like there
Okay.
is a black Nick Fury.
I
It's
did I did know there was a Black Nick Fury. I'm not
it's
sure if that came before or after.
after. Originally Nick Fury, like Samuel Jackson is Nick Fury.
So that's Nick Fury's son,
Yeah.
Nick Fury.
Yeah.
And so Nick Fury Jr.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
But like the way Samuel Jackson looks, like it's Nick Fury. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the original Nick Fury, just black, but he does have a black son in the
But
comics.
the personality is the original.
Oh yeah, and like the original Nick Fury, like he has the whole like eye patch thing and like the short kind of
Yeah.
hair.
Yep.
Like, well, he's bald, but
Yeah.
fucking Samuel Jackson bald and everything. Like, or he has a crazy wig.
Well, was the Black Nick Fury in Nick Fury Jr. in the comics the same as like Nick Fury, or was it totally different person?
I think
Type
it's
of person?
I think it's kind of like with the times, like they just killed off Nick Fury and gave the comics another one.
It was like a replacement.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Like,
they're basically the same characters still.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I think Nick Fury when he was white had a bit more like stuff towards him because he was a new character. Like I'm sure when he was white, he had all his comic book lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like later off when they like rebranded him, changed him, all that
They
shit.
gave him the Samuel L. Jackson lines. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Civil War. What side would you be on?
definitely Cap. Definitely
I have
Cap.
to agree. Yeah. Less regulation. I think is always key.
Yeah, and just with the government controlling the Avengers, like that's not a good thing.
You
Like,
talking about they were gonna nuke New York.
yeah, bro, they were
Like
gonna
you don't want to give those people
Yeah.
control over the superheroes too.
like realistically, like if we were to take real time events, like the government can just send the Avengers to Palestine. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
true.
Like,
And fighting their wars. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
like-
Using for political use instead of just protecting the planet.
yeah, and or things they don't think is necessary. Like if the government didn't think Thanos attacking was desperate
Yeah,
at the time.
it's like that's just gonna affect the rest of the universe, not us.
Yeah.
We're Earth. We're chilling.
Yeah, or even
So, yeah.
like if they were attacking Wakanda, like if that whole final battle happened first,
True.
America wouldn't have done anything.
Facts.
It's
It's not us. Who
Yeah,
cares?
exactly.
True.
it's
Definitely agree with you. All right. Anything else on Marvel?
mm, I don't know. Oh, okay. What is the weirdest superpower you've heard of in Marvel? Because it's not considered a superpower, but if you look up Doctor Doom's superpowers, one of his superpowers is diplomatic invincibility.
What do you mean?
He's technically the leader of Latvania, I think is the country like he's in control of. So like you can't just kill Doctor Doom.
Really? He runs a country?
He runs his own country.
Okay.
He has diplomatic immunity.
Yeah. You can't just kill political leaders.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't just,
Interesting.
you can't just walk in his country either. Like
Yeah. True. He's got an army and stuff too. So
Yeah. Doctor Doom overall is extremely overrated, or not overrated, underrated, and I feel like people just don't know him.
Who do you think's a bigger villain, though? Thanos or Doctor Doom? In
Doc-
terms of actual power.
Doctor Doom. There's a comic book thread. The picture's been going viral of Doctor Doom and Thanos talking to each other, and Doctor Doom sticks his hand in Thanos' chest and pulls out his spine, and by the time he pulls out his spine, he's reduced to ashes. Yeah.
Thanos? He just annihilates Thanos like it's nothing.
He sticks his hand in his chest and immediately pulls
Is
out.
this Thanos with the Infinity Stones or without? That obviously makes a big difference.
Don't know context.
Okay.
But Doctor Doom's like Doctor Doom is basically imagine Tony Stark intellect and Doctor Strange magic. That's Doctor Doom. He doesn't have any
Okay.
I don't think he has any superpowers. Actually, I think he has telekinesis, but like
I mean, Doctor Strange is already pretty smart though. And can he like teleport and stuff too?
Doctor Doom?
Yeah. Or he could fly, right? For
I
sure.
think that comes with the magic.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But yeah, like Doctor Doom's just an extremely smart and magical person.
Any do you know which movies derive from which comics?
There genuinely is, I want to say there's genuinely no comic book, actually no comic book movie. Because
What about the first Thor movie?
there,
I know there's a comic book where Thor loses his hammer and goes down to Earth and gets it back.
that's a lot. That's different. That's like,
Was it different?
that's not the whole movie.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I
Usually,
know my dad had that comic book though,
okay, that's
and
pretty
then
sick.
and then he sold it for 2 packs of cigarettes when he was a kid. So
Not at the time.
he's
That's
shooting
pretty
himself
worth it.
now because of it.
No, that's pretty worth it. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, now it's worth like what, twenty
Oh
thousand
yeah,
dollars though.
crazy.
So definitely not worth it.
But can't think. What were we just talking about? Oh
Comics.
yeah, I feel
Movies
like
based on comics.
movies will loosely base it off the comic.
I know the third Thor movie, Ragnarok, was based on 2 different comics, right?
Yeah, I think there's one called Planet Hulk, where Hulk goes to another planet, becomes king. Like, he's just the ruler.
Okay.
And I don't know the other comic book it's based off. But like I said, all the movies are like, we're gonna take the beginnings of this, change it a little bit, make it our own.
I'm sure there was a comic where Ragnarok happened. That's got to be the one.
Oh, that's just Norse mythology.
I know, but like, there's probably a
Oh.
comic where it also happened.
Oh,
That's the one.
yeah.
That's the other one.
Definitely. But yeah, that kind of can think of. I mean, do you count animated movies? Because
Sure. We'll count animated movies.
a lot of DC anime movies follow comic books. Practically
Like
all
the
of them.
Batman ones, especially.
Batman and Justice League.
And Justice League. Okay.
Yeah, Justice League does all the different stuff. The Suicide Squad films are pretty accurate.
Even though the movies are kind of ass.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Actually, I think the second one was better than the first, to be honest.
In what way? Because I would argue
It was more entertaining.
I would
to me.
argue the first one is one of the most influential superhero movies of our generation, purely because if you take a look at Harley Quinn's design, it was forever inconsistent until Margaret Robbie's Harley Quinn with the pink and blue hair and the heavy New York accent.
and they totally threw out
and-
the jester suit thing.
Yeah,
I
It-
kind of like that idea.
it in a way revolutionized Harley Quinn.
Yeah, you're right.
And like
She
female,
became a mainstream part
yeah,
of thing.
yeah, I
Nobody
was
knew Harley
literally-
Quinn before that.
I literally was gonna say female icon now.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, Harley Quinn. Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
dressed up as Harley Quinn during
Exactly.
Halloween. Harley Quinn's in multiverses.
The most I've ever seen a costume done is that Joker and that Harley Quinn for Halloween. Like that movie, sure, movie was terrible. Like from a movie standpoint,
Yeah,
fucking
bad
terrible.
movie,
But the influence it had, crazy. Literally, it came out what 2016, almost
something like that.
almost
yeah,
10
maybe in
years.
2015.
almost 10 years down the line, we're still having influence.
True.
That's crazy.
I mean, think about like the superheroes they added to multiverses, the game, right? And the villains: Batman, Superman, the Joker, and Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Like, she's clearly not as big as the other
Yeah.
three.
And
then
Harley
they threw
Quinn
in-
before Joker.
Yeah,
That's
You're
crazy.
right.
A long time before
you're
Joker.
right.
Take a
That's
look at
crazy.
her design. What colored hair does she have?
The pink and blue.
Yep.
Interesting.
It's insane how it literally revolutionized her appearance. Like I said, female icon. All from that video. All from that movie.
You mentioned DC again. Let me ask you, what are your thoughts on the Superman movies? Like the new ones,
New one?
not the before, not Batman vs Superman, the original new ones. You know what I mean?
What do you mean the original?
Like Man of Steel,
Okay.
because I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest.
Man of Steel, my main issue with it is, like, I don't feel like it's Superman.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like it's Superman. Like,
it's also really slow.
really
The pacing's
slow.
terrible.
Like, I love a good origin story. We don't need half the movie before Superman's an adult. Like,
Yeah,
it's absurd.
Yep.
We can see him rescue that bus once, and that's all we need. Like, we just need that.
yeah, it was painfully slow, but it's overall decent.
I did like the seriousness of it.
Yeah,
I-
it was very serious.
I very
like
much
what they did
prefer
with Dark Knight, but they did
Yeah,
with Superman.
I very much prefer the seriousness in DC films, but I like the comedic aspect in Marvel because I feel like Marvel
A little lighthearted, yeah.
tries to be too serious and ends up only being funny in my mind, where DC does the opposite. It's very serious and they try to be a little bit funny. I kind of like when they are a little bit funny in DC movies. Because there's like Marvel, there's those characters that are comedic.
True.
Like the Flash is supposed to be like this charismatic sort of wacky guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, cracking jokes.
There's certain funny characters, but most of them should not be like Marvel.
Yeah.
For most of them are funny. Right?
Yeah, like fucking Black Panther would crack a joke with Hulk. Like,
Yeah.
like
And,
what the fuck?
you know, Iron Man, Thor, like Black Widows even.
Yeah, like,
They're all like comedians now.
but DC constantly keeping that maturity.
I like the contrast. Very, very fun.
I think the cinematic take that whoever it was took with the
The epic
DCEU
take. Yeah.
was amazing. Just the whole dark lighting and the dark theme. Like you really,
It's grungy.
yeah, you really felt like you were in a DC movie and not a Marvel movie. Like
Yeah.
Marvel's always so bright and colorful and like all these like
This
red.
is like in the streets.
Yeah, this
rough.
is like this is grimy. Like we're getting the DC. Like we're getting everything.
Yeah. Agreed. Any other points on DC or Marvel before we move on to our last topic, The Boys and Invincible?
No, I don't think I have anything else to add on. How long have we been running?
Almost 50 minutes.
Did you say 15?
50.
Holy shit, I was like 15 is not
No, that would have
good.
been crazy.
I would have been like
50 minutes. And everyone who's watched this far, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying so
Yes,
far.
thank you. Almost reached that 1 hour mark.
Leave us subscribe and like if you enjoy the video.
Comment if you've made it this far.
And comment your favorite superhero
yes.
and your favorite superhero movie.
Yes. And also actually no, I'll save that for the end. Anything else to add on Marvel? Any movies, TV shows, characters, or not Marvel? Marvel.
I think
DC?
I like Ant-Man. I think Ant-Man was really cool.
Yeah, the character or movie.
The movie and the character. I think people chalked it up as like an average Marvel movie. I think the first Ant-Man movie was great.
I think it was amazing.
Yeah.
I remember going with my dad to the theaters with like the moving fucking seats and like fucking no other movie besides like Ready Player One, where that movie was so like action based.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Ant-Man, like, you know, fucking what's his face would like what's his face? Ant-Man.
Yeah. Paul Rudd.
Ant-Man. would like jump off a fucking chair and like the whole chair sort of like swivels because like,
yeah,
oh
'cause
shit.
he's still the same weight even though he's small.
Yeah.
It's
And
really
like
cool.
just the whole overall the seats really like captured my love for the movie. I feel like I wouldn't like the movie as much if I didn't have those
Yeah.
seats.
And the like when he goes microscopic,
Oh, yeah,
those scenes are so cool. You see all the atoms and stuff.
Oh my god, it's so cool. They really like
It's timeless too. Like that CGI won't go bad for a long time.
oh yeah, will forever. Like it's amazing. I feel like low key they could have easily screwed up Ant-Man.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Yeah, like
They just made it simple and it's perfect.
they made it funny and they low key made it kind of like a heist movie the whole time. Like literally, like every 30
Yeah,
minutes,
you're
it's
right,
like, oh
you're right.
fuck, let's go rob this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and his group of friends, the comedic like
Yeah.
bunch.
And the guy in the chair.
Oh my god, bro, such a good movie.
It's like they said in the Superman quote, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be your guy in the chair. Everyone's got a guy in the chair.
Everyone's got a
Except
guy in
Iron
the
Man. He is the guy in the chair. I do have actually just out of two more points. One, I think Black Panther's overrated.
Why?
Everyone's saying like, oh, it's one of the best Marvel movies of all time. It was good.
Okay, I
It's not
think
one of the best Marvel movies of all
I think
time.
the
It's
second
decent.
I think the second one blows it out of the water.
No, I never saw the second one, so I can't speak on it.
It's amazing. I
I think the first one's overrated though.
like it so much because the underwater sequences are really good. Like
Okay.
the whole every different Black Panther because you know rest in peace Chadwick. But
Yeah, unfortunately.
yep, gone too soon.
Yep.
He was actually like there was a couple movies that like I was starting to watch like right before he died and like he was such a good actor.
He was, yeah.
It was so tough.
It's always the best ones that go.
Yep.
Like Heath Ledger, like
Yep.
so sad.
OJ.
But I think like okay, well, I think the first one got overhyped because of the social issue it was pushing.
No, I think it got overhyped because of the soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
Kendrick
you're right.
Lamar
The
wrote the
soundtrack
soundtrack.
too. Like it was all rock before, and then boom, rap. You're right.
Yeah,
That's another big.
and
You're right.
Kendrick Lamar as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Not
of
even just some
course.
rapper. Like
Kendrick Lamar specific.
doesn't drop a lot. Like critically acclaimed. Genuinely like
And they were good songs.
yeah,
Like
really
outside
good
of the movie, they were good songs.
really good songs. It's hard to do that. I think the only person to do that besides him is Metro Boomin with Spider-Man. Like
Oh, true. Yeah.
those tracks like they're played a bunch. But it's not just because people like the movie. Like it's quality music.
Speaking of Spider-Man, that was my second point. What do you think of them introducing Spider-Man in Civil War instead of his own movie first?
I actually have something to add on. He was originally the post credit in Avengers 2.
Really?
Yeah, they were gonna have like a panning of a building, and he was gonna swing on the camera and pick up a phone call. Um, which
Well, I'm assuming it was Iron Man.
oh yeah,
Right?
definitely it's like yo kid, get the fuck over
Yeah.
here. You had time to whoop caps
Yeah.
out. Um,
Time to whoop some freedom lovers.
I feel like I don't know. I think Homecoming is genuinely one of the worst Marvel movies they've ever made.
Really?
Yeah,
I think it was better than the second
second. I
Spider-Man
think
movie
it's.
for sure.
I think it's genuinely so trash. I like the second.
Really?
I like the second one way more because there's so much less Tony Stark. All of Homecoming is character arc. Great.
Right. It's kind of like half Iron Man, half Spider-Man.
Not
Right?
even. Literally something happens. Why is Tony Stark now on screen? Like why is
Yeah.
he? Why is he here?
I don't know. I still liked it though.
It-
It was
oh yeah.
it was an enjoyable movie
Oh
to
yeah.
watch.
Not a
It's
bad.
entertaining.
Not a bad movie. But in terms of
Yeah,
MCU,
not like Thor 2.
oh yeah.
Nobody wants to rewatch Thor
Fuck
2.
No. We stay away from that.
Yeah.
Goddamn. But yeah, like genuinely did not like Homecoming at all.
That's fair.
Purely because like it's not a good Spider-Man movie. It's a good Marvel movie. It's not a good Spider-Man movie.
That's a great way of putting it. Good Marvel movie, not a good Spider-Man
Like
movie.
I think both Amazing Spider-Mans are better than Homecoming. Like with Andrew Garfield.
No, I
Spider-Man.
actually haven't seen the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Maybe I have when I was like a lot younger, but I don't remember them.
Okay, Amazing Spider-Man 2, you get some of the best like
That's one with Croc, right? Or
the 2 is with Electro and Green Goblin and Rhino.
One was with.
One is Lizard and
I could have sworn 2 was with the Lizard, 1 was with Electro.
I think one is just Lizard.
'Cause remember in the third Spider-Man movie, Marvel, right when they brought them all in, they were talking about like the alligator guy. He's like, yeah, you died a year ago.
Yeah,
To the electric guy. He was talking to the electric guy. Like, he died a year ago.
Lizard guy got cured. At the end of 1, he doesn't die, he gets cured. And then so he's still like alive in the universe. And then 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't watch the movie. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Dude, Lizard is
He
such
didn't die in the first.
Lizard is such a sick villain. I wish they added like more of his content to the last Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he didn't do much.
You know, every single scene that he was in, they pulled from Amazing Spider-Man 1. Like,
Really?
yeah, they didn't actually. Obviously, they recorded new voice lines and all that.
But he didn't
But
actually come in and act the.
he didn't
thing.
do like mocap. He didn't.
Yeah.
Do, yeah.
All the visuals were from the.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
No, extremely lazy. I loved his character. Like,
Honestly, it was noticeable. So they got away with it.
it wasn't noticeable because he wasn't noticeable.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're right. Like, he was in the cell for most of the movie.
like, literally, besides Sandman, every other villain is on screen so much that movie.
I think they did the Green Goblin really well.
Oh my God, they did him so well. His
It kind of flops back and forth between good and bad.
oh yeah, and
Except you're not really sure if he actually flopped to good or not ever, right?
yeah, and the scene where like Peter Parker notices he's changed, like he walks around the flat or whatever,
Yeah.
and then he fucking like
It's like,
shoots
wait
the
a
webs.
minute.
Yeah, no, that scene was amazing. That really redeemed like Tom Holland for me as Spider-Man, because like if you're gonna be a good superhero actor, you have to do the character properly. Like
Yeah.
like fucking like I was saying, in Amazing Spider-Man 2, you get some of the best like Spider-Man in film.
Mm-hmm. Not
Like,
Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Who do you think's the best Peter Parker? Because I'd have to go with
and
Tobey Maguire first.
Andrew Garfield, because Andrew Garfield really, like, for me, he really grabs the whole he's always late. He's like a teen. Tobey Maguire, I love him as Spider-Man.
He definitely didn't look like a teen.
He looked like he just graduated high school. Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
didn't look like he was sort of
But he acted like it though. But he didn't look like it. That's the thing.
yeah. But Andrew Garfield, like, he looked younger. Just his whole, like, the way he carried himself, like, I could tell was sort of a not untrustworthy teen. That's not the right word.
Like a scoundrel.
A troubled
A
teen.
troubled. Yeah.
He skateboarded a
Tobey
bunch.
Maguire was just a nerd.
Yeah. And Tom Holland, I don't know. What the
Also
fuck.
just a nerd.
No, not even.
He's like the nice kid, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right.
he's not like.
He's not a nerd. He's a nice
Yeah,
kid.
he's not even like the weird kid or anything.
Yeah,
like
you're right. He's not weird.
I
He's just
take
a normal
I take
kid.
Peter Parker as like the social outcast. Like, everyone thinks he's just sort of a little weird.
Yeah. Hold on. Who's that? Like the what's his name? The jock, but he's not a jock in the new Spider-Man movies.
Oh, Flash.
Yeah, Flash.
Oh my god.
He's such a
dude.
fucking loser in the
No,
movie.
they make him so bad, dude. He's supposed to be this big, like, ripped football player.
He is
like,
not a bully. Like, that's not a bully. That's a fucking asshole.
I mean, in a way, they nailed, like, current day bullies. Literally
True.
just.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of what creepy.
But, like, at the
They're just
same.
rich kids.
Yeah, literally. But, like, at the same time, like, just give me a
Yeah.
like,
Just
me
give it a
rip-
jock.
Exactly.
Like, we need a jock that
Exactly.
Spider-Man can beat up.
Not even. You need a jock that he can't beat up.
Can't
Like,
beat up
that's
till
the
he gets
whole-
his powers. Yeah.
No, that's the whole thing. He can't, like, how is he gonna just whoop this fucking jock's ass? You know what I mean?
Without powers. So when
No.
he gets the powers, obviously easy. Right?
He's not, but with this
I
whole,
mean,
like,
mentally he won't do it because this is just a normal guy.
yeah,
He's not his villain.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. And the whole, like, Uncle Ben, like, what's his quote?
Great power comes great
Yeah,
responsibility. Yep.
you can't just be whooping some jock's ass because
Yeah.
he's picking on you. You know, he might have something going on or
He's
whatever.
not a
the fuck.
bad guy. He's just a dick.
Yeah,
But he's not evil.
Yeah.
So he can't be kicking people's ass.
exactly.
Go kick the Green Goblin's ass.
Yeah, like, we just need an intimidating character that we all know is not intimidating because we know Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's intimidating to Peter
Intimidating
Parker.
Peter Parker, not Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, fucking, we just don't get that in the new Spider-Man.
Right. There's no character like
He literally just seems like a normal kid, just kind of a nerd. Like,
Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Or Flash.
Peter Parker. Like, he's,
Yeah, Flash is just an asshole.
Yeah.
He's not like a physical threat.
yeah. I don't know. They could have done new Spider-Man's a bit better.
I guess they were trying to relate to the current generation. So,
Yeah.
all right. So now our final topic: The Boys, Invincible, the new superhero meta.
Yes, the new.
It's so sick.
It's
I love
amazing. The whole, like, the
And
whole.
they're kind of like yin yangs on the same idea. Right?
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. And just the whole, like, the whole concept of superheroes
Aren't
not
necessarily good.
aren't super people. Like, they're just average people. Like, you know, you can get some bum with superpowers.
Oh yeah.
And,
Just
like,
some guy getting superpowers out of nowhere.
yeah, like,
That's The Boys specifically. Yeah.
weren't even that. Like, fucking, like, they're just superheroes. That doesn't
I was
make
talking
them.
more the idea of like the superhero isn't doesn't necessarily have to be is not always the good guy.
That's what I mean. Like,
They did the yin yangs concept now where like the boys where it's like, oh, they're celebrities.
Oh,
Where in Invincible it's like they're slavers,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, very much. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that. Word. Fucking-
Right, where in the boys they want everyone to like them. But in Invincible, they don't care if they like them. You're gonna be slaves.
Yeah, like,
We just gotta make sure everything's ready before we go.
uh,
But either way, we're only pretending to help you guys.
yeah. Fucking, Invincible is such a good show.
I know, yeah.
And oh my god, the stuff that happens in the comics is crazy. Like,
And I love that they just killed everyone off in the first episode. Genius.
crazy.
That's how you hook an audience.
No,
you kill all the main characters right away.
bro, you introduce this story's Justice League and you murder them. Like,
Spoiler alert. It's a little too late for that.
no, it's gone. It's gone.
It's in the first episode. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole point of the show.
You introduce the Justice League, done. Like,
Yeah.
same episode.
Yep.
Like, it opens with the whole, like, saving the White House. It ends
Yep.
with the just...
With them destroying the White House.
Yeah, like, they're toast.
And it's cool how they thought like he was being mind controlled. They had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, no, it is genuinely crazy that it's like, yo, they didn't know it was him, really. Like,
Yeah, they thought he was being
they
controlled.
eventually figured it out. Like, that it's
Did
like...
they? Well, the guy that survived, what's his name? Like the Wolverine.
Oh,
He definitely figured it out.
I don't remember his name. Immortus? It's something...
Oh, it's just Immortal, right?
No, I think he's
The
called...
Immortal, isn't it?
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, it's just the Immortal.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking, yeah, I mean, have you finished season 1?
I did finish season 1.
Okay, yeah. He
comes back.
Yeah, they just bring back to life. He knows that Omni-Man, like, you know, slaughtered them. But, no, like, throughout the whole time, like, Cecil is starting to clue in that, that Homelander's, fucked. Not
Also, people can teleport, that's pretty sick.
Oh, yeah. Just the whole fucking...
Yeah, zoop, zoop. I wonder how much it costs the government every single teleport.
Dude,
Zoop, $1 billion. Zoop,
Dude,
$1 billion.
Do you remember the light? Do you remember the light shit when they bring Mark into the fucking lab and it's like the frequency of their lights are so bright that human eyes can't pick it up, and they have to.
I think that's in season 2.
Okay,
I don't remember.
Okay, it's basically just like their base of operations. It's not like this huge thing, but when you go into it, it looks like you're just in a white room, like no door, like just all white, and they adjust the lights, and then the entire like lab comes.
That's cool. Yeah. I imagine that would be a cool scene.
No, it's really sick because they're just in like a blank white room. You literally think they're in like the heaven of whatever, and it's just
true. Yeah, I was like, oh, we're not.
Yeah.
What do you think of Adam Eve? I think she's such a cool concept. The powers, she can manipulate the construction of molecules. It's so cool.
I don't know. I think she's overrated. Like, she's a cool character.
So I think, her powers are so limited because she doesn't know the actual people. Like, she could probably just snap her fingers and change all of reality as the whole universe. But she doesn't know that.
Oh yeah, she definitely.
She's not smart enough to know that.
She definitely could just Thanos that shit.
But realistically, she is probably the most powerful in the whole show. If she ever gets to that point where she knows it and she can learn how to do it.
Did you know that by the end of the comics, Omni-Man like isn't even the strongest?
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, like
he's the weakest version of Viltrumite, right?
Yeah,
because he has feelings.
He's the weakest, strongest.
Yeah.
Like I think at
he's
the
biggest
end,
of the strong.
I think at the end they make like the Justice League equivalent.
Okay.
And he's in it, and I'm pretty sure he's the weakest member. And there's there's fucking Alan the Alien.
Alan the Alien's so cool.
Do you know his superpower?
He gets better every time he loses, right? He gets stronger.
Every time he takes damage, he gets physically stronger.
Yeah.
Like
and permanently.
Yes. It's fucking it's crazy.
I guess in theory he could also be the strongest of all.
He's
he
like
just loses enough times.
Canonically, he's like the third strongest in the universe. Like,
can he die?
I think so. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Because his whole story is like, I think his people got slaughtered by Viltrumite.
Yeah, he was the last one.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that scene where the fucking lion guy comes.
Oh
badass.
My god!
Just a little feature there. All right, he'll come back later. This is one of the strongest characters in the universe. Just come the fuck around. It's like, I thought there would be some competition.
Yeah,
here.
just like crazy.
He's like, fuck this boring shit. What is this child's play?
Fucking Battle Beast, dude. Battle Beast is so fucking sick.
As Invincible is getting his ass
beat, stomped into the ground, literally. Like
he's like, it's too easy.
He's just there's no competition. Fuck.
So sick. Can't wait to see more of it.
It's actually absurd, dude. The fucking oh my days. There's one point where Grand Admiral Thrag. I think it's Admiral.
Admiral Thrag.
He's basically the leader of the Viltrumites.
Yeah.
At one point in the comics, he fights Battle Beast, like that Battle Beast.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh my days. I mean, do you care if I talk about it?
Go for it.
He fucking whoops Battle Beast's ass.
Oh yeah?
You see them like clash in the middle of battle, and then the next thing you see is Thrag comes on screen wearing like, you know those Game of Thrones ass cloaks where it's
Yeah.
like the whole wolf.
Yeah.
He has that of
Badass. Damn.
Battle Beast's fucking
It was just
head.
fucked up Battle Beast, or like was it close?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he like blows his fucking
Oh.
like he just blows him out of the water.
Annihilated.
But dude, he walks on screen with like some like battle wear and tear and shit. And he's just wearing a coat, and the shoulder is Battle Beast's head.
Well, who's stronger, Battle Beast or Alan?
Think right now, Battle Beast.
But Alan has more potential.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he gets beat up more. He just gets
Yeah.
strong. Like
Unlimited.
I'm sure realistically he is the strongest because
If he ever gets.
yeah, like I'm sure 20 sparring matches with Omni Man. He's the
Yeah.
strongest in the universe.
And in like 20,000 years, he's definitely gonna be. The
Yeah,
strongest.
exactly. It's absurd.
And our featured guest just showed up.
Yo,
And
yo,
weed.
yo. How is it going, everybody?
No, we're actually almost done the podcast. Actually, we went through all our points.
Yeah,
but
No freaking way.
now you're here, and you can comment on all the points we just talked about.
Yeah.
If you have anything to input.
Anything to add about Marvel, DC?
I'm actually gonna use the washer quickly. Bye, guys.
Oh my
Come
gosh.
have a seat, pal. Would you like to?
Alrighty.
So let me.
Complimentary toke.
Of
Love
course,
that.
of course. So like,
Boys, Invincible,
So
these are all good topics.
let's start this off simple. What are your favorite superheroes?
I don't like any superheroes. I'm just kidding. I'm playing. I'm joshing, okay? I'm joshing. Damn. It's kind of hard to
Let's
tell.
go with DC. So like Batman,
DC.
Superman.
Man, I'm trying to think. It's always the obscure shit too. It's not just like it's not like I don't know, like I fuck with Batman.
Batman's proper.
I think Superman is really cool too. I'm not gonna lie, like he like has a bunch of these comics where he's just being real, I'm like, damn. Hits the spot, dude, no Diddy. But shit, man, I don't know.
I mean, what was the last superhero movie you saw that you were like, damn, that was a pretty good movie?
Damn. It's kind of depressing. I haven't watched. I mean, I've watched Wolverine and Deadpool with
Okay, wait,
my brother.
what'd you think of that? We can talk about
Dude,
that. 'Cause
okay. I gotta be real.
spoiler free, of course.
Okay, I gotta be real, right?
I think it could have been longer.
I think it was too convoluted.
What do you mean? Like, go into depth.
So, like, well, I think if it was like the regular Deadpool versus Wolverine, it could have been like the tinge of a little bit of like X-Men type of stuff, kind of like stuff that people already kind of know about previously.
Like,
you know?
you mean Wolverine from like the X-Men movies?
Well, like there's
Like-
like a
like
the
that
plot
character.
the plot of the movie is like interesting, is what I'm trying to say. Because like you have like literally like fucking Hugh Jackman playing as Wolverine, and you got Deadpool, dude, and then you have access to like these Disney monies and these like copyright stuff. You have access to some of these.
You have access
heroes,
to Sony
bro.
content.
Exactly. But then they go and choose the thing that like they're trying to continue with, which is like this whole TVA like fucking
No,
like side bullshit that like no one is actually paying it, like taken, like no one gives a shit, bro, unless you actually watch it religiously.
there was a super important thing with like the whole anchor being concept, because like that, I mean, it's important in terms of like the larger scale story.
I think that's interesting, but then I think this multiverse shit like was not like, I think after Endgame, right? I personally didn't even actually like the Spider-Man movie that much,
The newest
to be
one.
honest. The one with the one with like
third-
Tobey Maguire and like those guys.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The
Yeah,
newest
yeah, yeah.
one.
I didn't personally like that shit because, in my opinion, like they like I don't know, it's just not well done in the way that like when you look at the comics, like it's done. You know what I mean? Like the comics execute that shit perfectly, And when you just like adapt that into real life, it's just kind of like weird. Like it looks like kind of like pandering to the audience, like. Because like when you actually
That's fair.
strip away the cameos, like it's just a really boring fucking storyline, Like
Is it? I mean,
When
there's
you, like-
dimension hopping and stuff.
I
like
know,
that.
but when you strip that like cameo shit away, like imagine like you didn't have
Oh wait, yeah,
Tobey
you missed this.
Maguire.
We're talking about
Yeah.
new Deadpool movie, and also
yeah,
Spider-Man.
but imagine like Deadpool movie could have had like the cameo shit plus the thing done really well, in my opinion. Like with the whole like fucking like why is Thor crying like thing, you know?
that was
Like
pretty
that
funny.
could have there
Do you
could have
know
been a
what that
setup.
was, by the way? I immediately noticed.
No,
Okay, you know in Thor 2 when Loki dies and
Yeah.
like Thor's
Oh,
crying,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's literally Deadpool edited into
Yeah,
that. The
yeah.
theory that I saw was that he tells Thor that he's noob master or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
from like Infinity War. I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah, so like they could have had something where like they had like the Avengers, especially because they had Chris Evans play as well. Like they could have dimension hopped to the Fantastic Four universe, for example.
Oh.
They could have done that cool
They
shit like
could have
that.
done some better
True.
better
But, like,
uses.
without spoiling it, like it was kind of, in my opinion, like done in a way that was kind of like,
You could spoil it. We spoiled so much.
well,
Let's
because it's so recent. Yeah, I don't want to like.
Oh,
really, yeah,
are we talking
'cause
about
it's
Deadpool movie?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's so recent. I don't really want to spoil it. But
Spider-Man movie.
they
spoil all
fucked
of
up by making it really convoluted, where you have to watch the previous Marvel stuff to like.
I would say
Slightly
I
get-
would say you only have to watch Loki and Logan.
I know, but like, bro, no one like everyone's like everyone hears about the new Deadpool movie, and they're just like,
well, Loki's a whole
you know?
TV show, though.
Dude, like-
that's not just a movie.
like
That's
Deadpool
a
1
lot.
was so gas. Deadpool 1 was so fire. I guarantee right now we could probably sit it up and watch it again. It was that good, in my opinion, because it was just
Yeah,
like such
it was
a
really good.
exactly.
Okay, wait, 1 over 2.
One, dude,
I haven't seen
one
two.
over
Okay,
two.
1
bro.
way over 2.
One infinitely over.
I feel
two.
like 2 just tries too hard to do Deadpool 1.
exactly
Like it's
they,
a good
they
it's a good
introduced-
movie. Good movie.
Like they were trying to like, cause the thing was right with the first
They weren't
movie,
being creative enough.
No,
Yeah,
with the first movie, they had like they had a decent amount of money to work with, but also they didn't have like the copyright for like the thing.
lot
They
of
didn't have
shit.
they didn't
I
have
know, like
access to
Ryan
it, right?
Reynolds himself was the one that pushed them
Yeah.
to even exist. Right?
But then the thing that ended up happening was they probably were like, yo, maybe we have more access to more cast, and like instead of them being like, yo, like let's just play off, like it's weird, man.
they played off
they
the
gotta-
X-Men more.
Yeah, you gotta play off of it in a like a bridging type of way, you know? Like these guys, they just introduced a bunch of new characters that are slightly different, and they're just like, we have to give a fuck about it.
Yeah, so,
But, like,
so
if-
instead of putting Deadpool in the X-Men universe, they just brought
Yeah.
the X-Men characters. into
Exactly,
Deadpool. That's what you're saying the problem
exactly.
is.
That's what it feels like, dude. It feels like you're taking characters you already know, and they already have a bunch of backstory and all this shit, and you're just like shoehorning it into this.
Yeah,
And
you're
just
right.
like,
You're right.
oh, okay, like there you go. Instead of it being like a part of
I mean,
it, you know.
I know when I watched the first Deadpool movie, I was like, "Who the
It's
fuck
so-
are these two?"
No, exactly. But that's the thing. The joke was that it's just like, yo, like these people are just random cast like people
yeah.
that like you'll just see randomly show up, say some dumb
but
shit.
now it's not
and
a
it
joke.
feeds
It's
into the
like you need
character.
to know these people.
Exactly,
Okay.
right? Like now you actually have to give a shit. And before, if you had to like, if they introduced the X-Men, you would have been like, oh, who gives a fuck? Because like you already know the X-Men. Like there's
Yeah.
literally 7 X-Men movies.
Like if
bro.
an X-Men movie came
Yeah.
out right before Deadpool,
exactly.
it would be like, okay, sure.
yeah,
These characters were in this movie, and now
exactly.
they're
But like,
Yeah.
if
No.
they actually had the X-Men characters be a part, like if he was a part of the X-Men universe, boom, it would have been way better. But like you know, and then the third one is just like it could have been better in my opinion. But like Hugh Jackman and Deadpool.
I
was
think
pretty fire.
the problem was its length. I think if they added half an hour
The
longer,
problem was indeed the
real.
real.
I think if they added half an hour longer, the movie would have been fine. I felt the plot was really squished.
Nah, dude, I think that if they like they just kept the same amount of time, just like, you know, didn't make the entire movie like stupid. I want to say a bunch of other things, but it's just like the best way to describe all those things is that it's just a whole bunch of gobbledygook, brother. But yeah, crashing out, dude. You guys want me to tell you about a crash out story or no? Is that not the crashing out?
Not the crashing out episode, but oh boy, that will definitely be an episode.
Oh man.
Crazy stories with the boys.
Yo, I got a lot, dude. I got a freaking like heckin' amount, dude.
That'll
you
be
know?
a good episode.
I got an irredeemable amount of these crashing out stories, bro. It's crazy.
All right, boys. Do we got any more? Got any more talking
Did
points?
you
or-
ask him about the boys? You watched the boys, right?
Oh yeah. What do you think? We didn't even talk
Still
about the
haven't-
boys.
I literally have not finished.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we just kind of.
we just went straight to Invincible.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you guys think of the boys?
I think it's phenomenal. I think
Proper.
it's such a cool idea. It's like, oh, these superheroes are just celebrities and they need to have a good public image, but they're actually like, most of them are like kind of pieces of shit in their own personal lives.
the
They're junkies
the
or whatever.
superheroes are very much only celebrities. Like
Yeah, and
their
they're
whole
legit
thing-
like real celebrities.
Yeah,
They're kind of dickheads, but they have to put in a good.
yeah. Like they
face.
go to Starbucks before their meetings, but they have superpowers.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and then like they fly in private jets across, and then tell you not to pollute.
Yeah, like-
it's like motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fix
Yeah.
your own shit first. You're doing more.
In my opinion, I think the guy who plays Billy Butcher should stop having a New Zealand accent when he's supposed to be British. You know,
Yep.
and like you don't notice it until you actually hear what a New Zealand accent or like
Yeah,
an
he's supposed to-
Aussie
I
accent.
I was
sounds like.
like, oh, this guy's Australian. or New
He's
Zealand.
supposed. I think he's
Supposed to be
supposed to be SAS, like ex SAS forces in the
Oh
comic.
yeah.
Yeah,
That he's not doing a British accent.
Yeah,
he's
no.
doing
New Zealand,
And especially
bro.
because
You
his
can hear
dad's
it.
from fucking. I think his dad's from London in the show.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
if you guys
okay,
have gotten to that
okay.
point.
Yeah, what do you say? He's like, you and your little beaver edging in the back of the beppo, in the back of the beppo, you know.
I only saw the
What
first
the
season
fuck
so far.
is this guy on about, dude? This guy's fucking yapping.
I only saw the first season so far, but I saw a post. It's like, oh, the bad guy in the first season was Homelander. The bad guy in the second season was
Still
Gus.
Homelander?
What,
Gus?
Gus?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that guy his name is. And the bad guy in the third season or fourth season
Soldier Boy.
is Soldier Boy's third season and fourth season. The bad guy's Butcher.
Yeah, I would. Have you seen the fourth season?
I have not. Don't spoil it.
No,
but
of
I'm
course,
assuming.
no spoilers.
I'm assuming like he goes off the fucking like because I know the comics and I know at the end like Butcher just becomes a fucking asshole and wants to kill his own teammates, right? So I'm kind of sensing a crash out type of vibe from him in the fourth season where he's like, "Yo, fuck this, bro. Like, you know, I'm just gonna crash out and kill everyone."
No, it's a lot. I wish I could talk about it because, like, you know, like you said, you've only seen the first
I
season.
maybe I've seen a little bit of the second too.
Where you've
I
seen.
know like,
assume-
he has a kid and stuff. So
Yeah.
I've seen all that.
Well,
I've seen-
technically he doesn't have a kid, but
Oh yeah, it's Butcher's kid. But, like,
no,
oh no, it's not Butcher's kid.
Homelander's kid.
Yeah.
Technically.
Is it? What do you mean technically?
Technically.
Is there? So there's something I'm missing. In. Okay, I gotta watch more.
But yeah.
No, the boys is a proper show. I think the last episode of season 4 is the best episode
The whole series.
in the whole series.
Yeah.
I talked to you a little bit about this yesterday.
You said it just keeps getting better every season, right?
Yeah, it keeps getting better every season. I would say low key. Halfway through season 4, it's kind of like, yo, what is this? And then the other half, it's like, yo, what is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah,
Like,
type
damn,
shit.
bro.
Type shit.
Like once you guys figure out, well, what's it called? Once you guys learn about the tech cave,
Oh,
you'll be going livid. They introduced the Batman of the boys universe, and oh my god,
exactly. That is fine.
it's just a freak.
Freakaholics, dude. I know a couple freakaholics.
Actually, I'll talk.
I know a couple Teknites, believe me. Man.
No, I don't think you know a couple techniques. Fucking, this guy, spoiler free, of course. In
He's a freak
in
in
like,
that-
one of the sideshow, what's it called? Gen V. He gets introduced, and he has this tumor in his brain that gets him sexually attracted to holes. Of any,
Oh yeah, I saw the comics
of
about
any
this.
kind.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's actually a good guy in the comics too. He's just like really like because of that tumor.
A
He's
weirdo.
messed up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they completely changed him in the show. He
Yeah.
is not.
He also is the shittiest character in the comics. Like in terms of superpowers, he actually has 0 superpowers, and his suit is the only thing. And he's just a billionaire with a suit. That's literally it. Like he's not even
Yeah.
like Tony Stark or like Batman. He's just a regular dude with mech.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
with a tumor in his head that makes him want to fuck anything.
It's fucking.
Anything else you guys want to bring up?
To be honest, I think you guys finna wrap it up now, or
Alright.
Yeah.
One thing to mention. This is technically isn't the first episode,
Tec-
but it's the first one we're gonna post on the channel.
This is episode 1 2.0.
We did first episode where we commentated UFC.
UFC 305.
Yeah. So
my boy Drickus,
if you
the real African champion, you know.
But if you, the audio is kind of fucked, so we didn't post that one. But if you do want to check that out, I'll post a link to the Patreon where it's posted in the description of the comments or something.
Exactly.
Only $1 a month.
I'm gonna leave you frozen like Elsa.
That's less than a McDouble combo a year.
Rio.
Putting it out there.
And comment. The next episode we are doing is about music, so comment your favorite song. In the
Yes.
description.
Ooh.
Of course, subscribe to get and click the bell
Of course,
to get notified for our next
push
upload.
notifications.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks
See
for
you,
watching.
boys.
Peace.